Hey, what's going on, guys? Rob here. Welcome to my very first tag video for the year 2020. I want to talk about one of my favorite horror characters, and that is none other than my homeboy right here, Fred Krueger, Mom. Fred Krueger. Even though I love the Jason movies more, he is the coolest. He tried to take on Jason with this. Doing all that stuff. I give him credit. And he wasn't even in the dream world. He has some balls. But anyway, this tag is called Never Sleep Again. And I have 9 questions here that have to do with the Nightmare on Elm Street films. Now, this includes every single film, 1 through 6, and then New Nightmare, Freddy vs. Jason, and the remake. Yes, I'm including the remake in there. I don't want to, but it is Nightmare on Elm Street. But anyway, so there are 9 questions. Number 1 is, what is your favorite Freddy film? Well, my answer has kind of changed because it used to be 3. And I know a lot of people are either going to pick the first one or the third one. For me, I'm going to go with A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. I think this is criminally underrated. To me, this is a dark Freddy movie. I like the beginning scene with the school bus, where it goes all crazy, driving all crazy, and then it turns into like a cliff. And I do like, the fact that Freddy keeps heating up the house where everything starts to melt and get hot, and Jesse's trying to figure out what's going on. I do like the pool scene. That's probably one of my favorite scenes in all the Nightmare on Elm Streets, is when he starts killing those kids. Help yourself, fucker! I love it so much. So I have to say that this is my favorite. And like I said, it used to be Part 3, but I just have a big love for that one now. Number 2 is your least favorite Freddy film, and that's easy. The remake. I hate that film. It's not Jackie Earl Haley's fault. He's a great actor, actually. And his version of Freddy, he tried to make it his own, but that movie is nothing but a carbon copy of the original film. Tina getting dragged down the hall. Tina getting lifted up in the air, slashed, and then falling on the bed. The glove coming out of the bathtub scene between Nancy's legs. Freddy coming up above her while she's sleeping. The thing that they changed was that Freddy was a pedophile. He was a pedophile. He wasn't actually a killer. Okay, so the movie made no sense. The boiler room thing didn't make any sense. None of that made sense. The movie sucked, okay? His stupid face with CGI parts right here. What? It's not that hard to make a mask. Just fucking put it. Whatever. Number 3 is best song from a Freddy film. And that's no question. That is Dream Warriors from Dokken. We're the Dream Warriors, Dream Warriors. I love that song. That is amazing. Even though Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, Dream Master has an amazing soundtrack. Tuesday Night, there's Dramarama, who has one of my favorite songs, Anything. The Fat Boys. There's just so many great songs when it comes to Nightmare on Elm Street 4. But I think Dream Warriors takes them all. I love that song. So I'm going to say Dream Warriors from Part 3. Number 4, favorite female character from a Freddy film. And for me, a lot of people are probably going to say, Heather Langenkamp as Nancy. But for me, it's going to be Alice Johnson from Part 4. I really like her character because she's kind of like this sweet, innocent girl that turns into a fighter because she inherits all her friends' powers when they all die. And so she fights Freddy. She confronts him and tries to beat the shit out of him. And, it's because her brother was, well, I want to say a martial artist, but he just did karate in the garage. And because of that, she started to do the moves. And that's when they played that song, I'll give you anything that song. It's cheesy, but it's great. But anyway, Alice is awesome. Number 5 is your favorite male character from a Freddy film. And for me, I'm going to pick Rick. I don't know. Rick was cheesy. He was corny. The fact that he did karate in the garage and stuff like that, you know, he's Alice's brother. But I just loved his character when he's like, hello, baby. And he had like the spiked hair and like he was just kind of like a cool dude. You know, like he was just full of spirit. He was really, really cool. You know, I wish he didn't get killed off, but, you know, he did. But he was like probably my favorite character. Otherwise, I would have said Jesse from part 2. This is number 6. Favorite cover art from a Freddy film. Basically, what is your favorite, you know, movie cover art? And I gotta say, like, I like all the cover arts. The one that always kind of creeped me out, though, for some odd reason, was part 4. The Dream Master with the junkyard and Freddy's face appearing above that. Because, you know, the beginning scene, you know, in the beginning, you got Kincaid at the junkyard. Like that, you know, when Freddy gets, you know, reborn pretty much. That whole junkyard setting just always creeped the hell out of me. And that's how, you know, the original cover, I just love that so much. I could probably say the same thing for Freddy's Dead, you know, where he's just doing this. I really like Freddy's Dead as far as the cover art goes, but I'd have to say part 4. I love part 4. Part 3 actually has a good one too. All right, number 7, favorite kill from a Freddy movie, and that is without a doubt Tina's death in the first movie. That scene, still when I watch it today, is crazy how they did it. I mean, she gets drug up the wall while her boyfriend's being like, Tina, like this, and she's like, and then, you know, she gets sliced, and when she does, and she's just like, like this, and the blood just starts going everywhere, and when she falls on the bed, the blood just goes, it's soaked. And that's another thing with the stupid remake. They tried to remake that scene, and there's hardly any blood anywhere, even though he cuts her like all the way down. Okay, in this one, it just it makes the remake look like Sesame Street. Like, honestly, the way they did it here, that death scene is probably I just love it. It is so cool how they did that. So I'm gonna say Tina's death in the first movie. Number 8, favorite Freddy quote. Well, there are a lot of good ones, but the one that I always I love it because it's so clever, is in Freddy's Revenge, when he's talking to Jesse in the hallway and he says, "You've got the body, I've got the brain." And then Jesse goes, "Ah!" And then Freddy goes, "Ah!" He just starts laughing. You funny motherfucker. That's a great quote, great line. So, yeah, I'd have to say that. Number 9, this is the last question. Which Freddy film had the best looking Freddy? Okay, so this goes back to like other horror films too. You know how they change Jason's mask in almost every film, Michael Myers' mask in almost every film, they make him look different. They do that a lot. They also did that with Freddy. And you notice it the most, I think, when you get to at least part 4. Part 4 and 5, definitely. In Freddy's Dead, he just looks so ridiculous. And of course, he looks different. New Nightmare, because it's a different looking Freddy. Freddy vs. Jason, he looks different. And then the remake. I'm going to say my favorite looking Freddy is probably Dream Warriors. And I don't know. I just thought his look was really kind of menacing in a way. I mean, parts 1 and 2, he looks like he's decaying a little bit. And, you know, especially part 1. Part 1 is where he's actually decaying, it seems like. You can just kind of see, it's just kind of like a rough looking makeup. Some people would probably say that looks more like a burn victim. It looks more realistic, but I just always like his look in part 3. That I'd probably pick that one. And he did look cool like New Nightmare. I think New Nightmare was kind of a cool look for him. And even in Freddy vs. Jason, I kind of liked his look. So, but I'm going to say part 3. So, yeah, that's it. 9 questions that basically have to do with some of your, you know, what's your favorite film from the Freddy franchise or in your least favorite and so on. Just different kinds of questions that have to do with the Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. So I hope you guys participate in this. I'm just going to tag a few people here. If you want to do it, fine. If you don't, that's fine too. And also, if I don't tag you, please feel free to do it. And you know, I'd love to hear your answers. So I'm going to tag, of course, the Movie Busters first. Alex 2.0, Horror Fan 34. I'm going to tag Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies. Sean Urshan from the Horror Corner. Horrific Nightmares JM, Joe the Horror Man, basically the Slashback, or the Slash Brothers. Let's see who else here. Chucky Doll, I'm gonna tag, and Sean Blue Digital, and Queenie Todd, also. All the people that I tag, I'll put in the description as well as the questions, so you know you won't have a hard time there. So yeah, I'd love to hear your guys' answers. Definitely participate, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. How am I gonna stop? I can't even stop. I can't. I'm gonna have to use this hand. How do you do stuff? I can't. This is hard. Oh!